Fifth grade, chapter 9 review. Vocabulary. Choose the best term from the box. The blank is the point where the x-axis and y-axis meet.
Origin.
Origin. Its blank is 0.
Line graph. Line graph.
It's x or y coordinate. You can put them in either place, right? So x coordinate. I'm just going to put x coordinate because that's usually where we start with, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it turned into y coordinate. Is also at 0 when you just start, right? Then a blank uses line segments to show how data changes over time.
Line plot. Line graph.
Line graph. Check concepts. Use the table for 3 through 4. Write related number pairs of data as ordered pairs. So our first one would be what?
1, 2.
1, 2. Our next one would be
2, 6.
And this works because over here they have weeks on the y or on the x-axis and they have height on the y-axis, right? Next one.
3, 14.
Next one.
4, 16.
And this is make a line graph of the data. So we first go to what?
1, 2.
1, 2. Next one.
2, 6.
Next one.
3, 14.
Next one.
4, 16.
Okay. And then we connect all the dots, right? Complete the rule that describes how one sequence is related to the other. Use the rule to find the unknown term. So, how did they get from the number of batches to the number of eggs?
Times 3.
Times 3. And that works because you can do it in all of the areas, right? And then how did they get from number of eggs to the number of cupcakes?
Times 6.
Times 6, because that works with all of the rest, right? Okay. So, multiply the number of eggs by what, guys? What did we say?
6.
6 to find the number of cupcakes. But to find the number of eggs, we would take 6 times 3 and get 18. And then we could do 6 times 18, right? Because 6 times 3. Or we could do 6 times, or 18 times 6, right? So what would that be? Or could you also do it this way? Let's just figure it out. Or you could take 36 times 3. What would it be?
108.
108. Okay. And then, of course, this is what we're going to do on our homework. Once again, this is what we're going to do or need to do for our homework. Constructed response. Mr. Stevens drives 110 miles in 2 hours, 165 miles in 3 hours, and 220 miles in 4 hours. How many miles will he drive in 5 hours? So we went ahead and we already set up our chart. So we have hours to miles, 2 hours, they drove 110 miles, 3 hours, they drove 165, 4, 220, and then 5, we need to figure that out. So how do we get from here to here? Okay, so how do we get
to add 55.
You multiplied by 55, right? And then let's look over here and see if that works. 55 times 3. What's 5 times 3? 15. Carry the 1. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1 is
6.
So does that match up there?
Yes.
So now we need to do 55 times
5.
5. 5 times 5 is
25.
put a 5, carry the 2. 5 times 5 is,
25,
plus 2 is,
27,
so 200.
75,
And I kind of squeezed that in there, so 275, right? So how many miles will he drive? So we did the 110 in 2 hours, 165 in 3, and 220 in 4. How many miles will he drive? So 275 miles. Explain how the number of hours he drives is related to the number. Explain how the number of hours he drives is related to the number of miles he drives. So basically that's our rule, right? Okay, so for every hour he drives what?
55,
55 miles more than the previous distance. Performance task. Tim opens the freezer door and measures the temperature of the air inside. He continues to measure the temperature every 2 minutes as the door stays open and records the data in the table. On the grid below, make a line graph showing the data in the table. So first of all, we need to set up our table. So we went ahead and set up our own chart. And so we put our title, Open Freezer Temperatures. Then we labeled our x-axis is time in minutes. Our y-axis is temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. And then of course we have our increments or intervals, and we did both sides, the x and y-axis, by units of 2. So we did 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 across the x-axis. We did 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20 for the y-axis. And then we, of course, found our plots, and we went ahead and plotted them on the graph. So use the graph to estimate the temperature at 7 minutes. So basically, at 8 minutes, it was 16 degrees, and at 10 minutes, it was 18 degrees. So what do you guys think 17 minutes probably could be? 7, sorry.
14,
It'd have to be a little bit higher than that. What? Okay, so about 15 degrees Fahrenheit. That works for me. Right. Excuse me. Write a question that can be answered by making a prediction. Then answer your question and explain how you made your prediction. So what would be something else we could do? Could we say maybe what was the temperature between what? What time? Or how about not between, but what was the temperature at about how many minutes, guys?
11,
Okay, at about 12 minutes, since we were going by twos, right? Okay, and then our answer would be the temp would be about, so it's going up by what, guys? It went the temperature went really high the longer the door was open, right? Or at first it dropped really quickly, right? Okay, or not dropped, but the temperature rose really quickly in the first 2 minutes, and then it just gradually started getting a little bit warmer over time, right? So there towards the end, it was only going up about how much? 2 degrees, right? So about what would the temperature be at 12 minutes? 20. So the temp would be about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. These are some of the things that you will need to do on your homework assignment. This is also some of the things that you need to have on your homework assignment as you're working through it.